It's a mess. I tried to do heatless curls, but clearly I was struggling. So the scarf is supposed to cover my head, and that way the curls are protected. Moment of truth. Front too looks fine. Back is pretty bad. I'm going to work in person today, and I'm just trying to save up some time in the morning. Not just when I have to go to work, but just in general. Okay. I can work with this. And whenever I have to go to the office, I have to wake up earlier than usual. Yeah, this is not that great. There's a lot of volume. I don't know if it's gonna last the whole day. It's definitely not there, but actually not bad. The rod that I'm using is like this. It's flexible. It has this clasp at the end to connect these two rods. The one I got it comes with 4 rods and then this scarf. I need to go to Sephora to stock up on some essentials. It's completely empty. I already hit the pan. I'm just trying to salvage whatever I can. I have to leave in 40 minutes. And I have to walk Jhaape as well. So I'll shut up and I'll start getting ready faster. Other hairspray, the regular one. I have this texturizing hairspray, so I'm going to use this instead. Whenever I wear stocking with this kind of material dress, it always gets stuck. So I usually put hairspray around here. Oh. I really need my coffee. I didn't even realize I already took out the regular hairspray. So what I do is I just spray it on top of my stocking. Now it's flowy. Earlier it was stuck like this. Go. Go. Made it to work. I don't know why. I always get iced coffee during my in-office days, but when it's cold, iced coffee is probably not a good idea because my hands are freezing. Also, I need to find my gloves. I just wrapped up work, heading home now. It was such a long day. I need to change my shoes for the commute. Work was super busy today. All the projects I'm working on right now, it's wrapping up so quickly. It's gonna be a busy few months for sure. Let's change and eat dinner. I'm not sure how pre-pandemic I used to go to the office 5 times a week. I just go twice a month now. I should not be complaining about it because there are people who have to go to work every day in person or majority of the time in the week. Pre-pandemic, I used to hate working from home. I hated it. And now I can't imagine going to work every day. I still have good amount of lunch left. I had ordered chicken over rice, portion wise, regular American size portion. So yeah, it's enough for 2 meals actually. I finished almost all the chicken. I finished, no, Jhaape, not for, no. I finished almost all the chicken and now I just have rice and then chickpeas left. I'm just gonna do 2 sunny side up eggs. Jhaape recently got a haircut. Yeah, I'm talking about you, buddy. He just like turned as soon as he heard his name. He does have this middle part, but usually it's not this long. It reminds me of a Hindi movie called Tezza. The main actor in that movie has this kind of hairstyle. That was my first thought when I saw him. I didn't want to ask them to cut his hair since his pickup time was close to the end time. Gonna add the spicy sauce as well. Ooh. It feels so weird not having a TV. Weird and quiet. Very quiet. Well, also, I need to drink water. I barely drank water today. I think I only had 1 glass of water. That's it. Ooh, the spicy achar was very spicy. While I eat, I'm gonna watch behind the scenes of Stranger Things. If you guys watched the finale, what do you guys think? I feel like for me, I was judging it instead of enjoying it. I feel like it should have been longer and also the intensity and stakes should have been higher. I definitely want to watch the finale again because I feel like I was disappointed. Now I want to watch it without expectations. I already know what happens. I know what to expect. So I think now I can actually sit down and enjoy and say goodbye to these characters. I'm gonna watch this for a bit. I think behind the scenes is almost 2 hours long or so. I won't be able to watch everything tonight. Tonight I have a few things to catch up with social media work, not my corporate work.
The show, just like you would a movie sequel.
I'm gonna make some tea. It's crazy to think that it's already mid of Jan and I'm still setting up my 2026 goal. My tea says one who brings happiness to others will find it. As older we get, I feel like time just goes by so quickly. I was thinking to set up goals by quarters instead of setting it up for the entire year. I find the whole planning process very daunting. I think some goals I can do it thinking about the entire year, but for majority of the goals I feel like I need to phase it out, otherwise I'll just get overwhelmed, I think. So starting this new year, I'm slowly figuring out my goals. I know it's mid-January, I'm kind of late, but there's one goal that I started ahead instead of procrastinating. After my Nepal trip and the holidays, decorating my apartment, my spending definitely went up. So I've started tracking my expenses, my income, until I see where my money is going in detail. It's very hard to determine what should I budget or realistically keep aside. That's why I'm super excited to talk about today's sponsor, Rocket Money. It's a personal finance app where you can link all your accounts in one place. So it gives you a holistic view. Having the single view is very helpful for me as I get easily overwhelmed trying to track all my accounts, coming up with a budget and sticking with the budget. It just gets very confusing, and if I try to use a tool that's complicated, I'll never get around to it. I wanted to find something that is path of least resistance, in that way I actually use it to my benefit. All my transactions are categorized automatically and I can see a single rolled up view per categorization, or I can see the detailed view as well, so nothing catches me off guard. Seeing where I spend the most has been such a reality check for me. Once I actually see it and quantify it, it's way easier to adjust. So if you're ready to take control of your finances, then go to rocketmoney.com/Tisha Jhaape or click the link in the description box below. You can unlock more features with a free premium trial. Again, thank you so much to Rocket Money for sponsoring this segment of the video, and with this, let's continue with the vlog. I haven't done a list of goals, but I did do a vision board, and I was telling my mom that we should do a vision board together, and you know what she said? The only thing that she's manifesting is me getting married. I was telling my mom, beside that one, think about other goals, travel plans that she would like to do it in future. My mom wants to go to Switzerland. That's the only place she always says she's been wanting to go forever. And we're planning to all go together. I don't know if this year is gonna happen, next year or the year after, but we are planning to go there. That's one of my mom's dream location. So I said to my mom, like, put that in the vision board too. She's like, no, my main goal right now, or worry, is me not having a partner. I know, South Asian moms. I don't have that as my main goal. Sorry, mom. I do have it in my vision board, but not as the primary thing. There's one thing I started doing, which is my goal, is reducing my consumption of social media, especially short form social media. I think I just doom scroll for hours, especially after work, and then I end up sleeping late. I tell myself I'm scrolling to connect with friends, get up to date since I get my news from social media as well, or to feel inspired or to get idea, but at the end I'm just doom scrolling and I never feel fresh. It's just that I felt that my phone or scrolling was just consuming my life, and then I was wasting my life as well. I'm 36 and I felt that this is the time to make a change. I don't want 4 years to pass and when I'm 40 I'll still be carrying these habits with me, which is self-sabotaging. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me mentally. It doesn't help me to meet my goals. I just waste my time, my energy, doing nothing, just watching other people live their lives or their dreams. I told myself that this is the year to make a change. I know I say that every year, but I truly feel I'll stick with it. I know as older you get, it's harder to change, but then at the same time, it motivates to change as well, because you start realizing that these excuses just don't disappear on its own. You have to make a conscious and active decision to change it and to stick with it every day. I think it's been a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, that I've not been doom scrolling on Instagram, and it feels refreshing. I know it sounds cheesy, but I feel alive. What I'm trying to say is I feel more present and not consumed with what's happening in the world. Obviously I need to be aware of what's happening, but do I really need to see that as soon as I wake up or the last thing when I go to bed? Probably not. And not seeing constant update from people on what's going on in their life, feeling behind or comparing. And a lot of times short form content has so many sound effects, text messages, pop, zoom in, zoom out. It's very stimulating, I would say, compared to long form content. So I'm still using Instagram. So I'm using it on my desktop, but I deleted the app on my phone. First few days when I deleted Instagram, I was doom scrolling on YouTube Shorts. Then I decided to cut down on YouTube Shorts. After that, I started going on Facebook and scrolling on Reels. When I tried to keep that aside, I started to use long form content as short form. As in, on my homepage, I'm like scrolling. I watch a long form content for a bit. I'm like, nah, I think I'm gonna switch to something else. I'll watch another long form content for like 3 minutes, let's say. And then I'll switch it to another long form content. I was replacing one with the other, and then I stopped, then I was replacing that with something else. And now I've somewhat, I wouldn't say stopped completely, but it has decreased, I would say. Not getting consumed with all the different platforms, either on my phone as an app or the desktop version. I was talking to my therapist about this, how things were way simpler back when we were kids or when we were in college. Social media did not even exist back then. YouTube was just starting, Facebook was just starting. So there wasn't a lot of distraction. Things were very simple. I was talking to my therapist that I don't remember having morning anxiety when I was growing up, or just having this very strong anxiety. I know we can't go back to those times, but at least somehow cultivate that kind of environment. That's my goal. Right now, it's kind of getting late. It's already 10 p.m. I have to do 2 things for social media and then I'll call it a night. We are gonna try to do this again. It definitely saves up time. I just need to get used to how I need to place these. I really liked how my hair turned out in terms of volume. I just need to figure out how the hell I do this thing. Once I figure it out, and if I end up doing this consistently, I'll definitely do a tutorial, for sure. Also, damn. I guess I'm losing a lot of hair. That's a lot of baby hair. I know this method is supposed to be good because it's heatless, but I hope it's good for my roots as well. I'm not saying this happened just because I did this method for one night. I'm not saying that. It's just I am losing a lot of hair. It didn't start last year. It's been like that for some time now. Oh yeah. Maybe I do this every few days, not every night. This is how it looks like. I look so funny right now. I don't think so this is the right, or maybe this is the right way to do it. It looks like I have 2 horns right now. You know what? As long as it stays intact, I don't mind having 2 horns at night. It's better than last night actually. Way better. My hair is definitely getting pulled a lot. Hopefully it will loosen up slowly.
I am surrounded by love.
For breakfast, I'm gonna do boiled eggs.
I see love wherever spoken creation. I am in charge of how I feel, and today I choose joy.
Today is so much better than yesterday. It held up pretty well. Also, sleeping at night, it didn't really bother me. My hair doesn't feel tight or pulled compared to when I had just placed it last night. Oh wow. I'm gonna try more heatless curl methods as well to figure out which one works the best. This is how it looks like without being brushed out. Volume is crazy. I'll have to see how I can make these curls start from here, not from the bottom. This saves so much time. This is how my hair looks like. Gotta put hairspray again because it's sticking against my stockings. I had to run so fast to make this straight. It's not 100%, it still sticks, but it's less than compared to how it was earlier. I am going to K-Town to grab something for dinner. I was thinking to either order grocery online or go for grocery shopping since I don't have anything with me. But honestly, it's such a long day. I don't have energy to either cook or actually go for grocery shopping. So I'm just gonna pick up dinner today. I'm super excited to eat this. Ooh. Ooh. I got lychee and vanilla. I wish this one was just lychee. I'm not gonna eat everything today. I'll definitely have leftover for tomorrow's lunch. Cheers. Kimbap and then this eel roll. Both is alright. But this pork is really good. I have few things to catch up on. I have to go through a contract for review and then I have to give my dates as well. This is for a brand partnership where I need to give them my dates when I'm planning to send them a rough outline, date when I'm sending them the draft, and when I'm planning to publish the video. And for another brand partnership, I need to go through the brief, go to the requirements, since that video is due pretty soon. What happened? What happened? Come, what happened? Oh. Okay. Look at my face. I completely forgot that I still have eyeliner on and I was rubbing my eyes. It's everywhere. I look crazy. I'm starting to edit this vlog. It's around 8:40 a.m. since yesterday and day before I woke up early. Kind of wanted to sleep in. But beside that, by the time I went to bed, it was 1:30. I don't want to get up. I just wrapped up work. It's around 6:15ish. I'm so exhausted and drained. Currently, I have 3 projects simultaneously in the same phase, in the beginning phase, and it's very busy. And then 1 project wrapping up. So I just had back to back, but also from one topic to the other. So I just feel so drained. I just want to lay on the floor and just be for a bit. Apartment feels really nice right now and cozy. Hey Jhaape. And colorful. I was doing so well a few days ago with keeping my space in place. And now it's everywhere. I have to do dishes from yesterday too. I have to put my clothes away as well. I just don't know what order should I do. But for now, I just want to lay and do nothing. Also, I did not use social media at all today. I've done that in the past, but now it's been consistently for a few days now. It feels weird and empty and quiet. Because right now after work is when I just sit on my couch and scroll. So instead of that, I'm laying on the floor, not using a screen, not doing anything. It feels weird. Social media is a way to connect with my friends or people I don't know. You know the word I was looking for but I couldn't think of? Dopamine. My break is scrolling to social media, and that gives you a dopamine dump, and not having that dump feels weird. Not empty, but when I say empty, sounds like I'm a shell of a person. I'm not saying that. Also, I've noticed that I'm replacing social media scrolling with eating. I feel like I'm binge eating a lot too. I was talking to my therapist about it, and my therapist was telling me to see what's the underlying cause of me replacing social media with eating. I love food, but I feel like I've just been binge eating a lot more. I'm having a hard time expressing this. Taking that dopamine dump away and not replacing it with something. Like maybe I should have scheduled for a workout today, and that would have given me endorphins, because I need to replace with good things, and I'm not doing that. So I feel right now very low and tired. I'm gonna put hair oil, and then Jhaape and I were gonna go on a walk, because I don't want to waste my evening just laying down. I know I've said this in the past vlog, but I really need to go for a massage. My grandmom and mom, they used to oil my hair with this hair oil. Whenever I put this on, the smell reminds me of home. It has a very, very strong smell. Very.
People in therapy are often there to deal with people in their lives who won't go to therapy. I have a job, it's actually quite fulfilling. Though my hairline is thinning, I barely do anything else. I read self-help books, I do meditation, walks in the...
It is so windy today. The wind just wakes you up. I feel like I have so much energy now. Earlier that wasn't the case. Earlier I was ready to be a couch potato, and now I'm ready to do some chores. Walks can just change your mood within minutes. This is not a good idea when it's so windy out today.
I sit with my feelings. Sometimes I'm even journaling. I got a full-time job.
My tea says today, what can you appreciate in this moment? I'm gonna say what I'm grateful about. I'm grateful for this life, my family, and for you. I am setting up appointments for my annual checkup. I need to set up appointment for my gyno as well. I think the last time I did it was 3 years ago. I think. I can't recall. It's been that long. I had mentioned one of the vlogs right after my Nepal trip that my thyroid is borderline and I need to go to check that out as well. So I need to book something for that too. And then fourth, I am booking an appointment with a nutritionist as well. I'm so bad at taking care of myself. I don't really make that as a priority, but I need to start making it as a priority. Plus, I should be utilizing my insurance and all the benefit that comes with it instead of just paying for the premium, you know? The only thing I've been consistent with is my dentist. They are so good booking out appointments and with the follow-ups. Plus, I did Invisalign as well, so I do need to go to make sure everything is good. That's the only thing I've been consistent with.